What's up, everyone? Welcome back to Storytime. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please do not forget to like and subscribe. We're here with... What the hell was that word? Anica Kiana. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you a lot.
Thank you for having me. Woo! Lovely to be here
this.
for a second time.
For a second
Yeah,
time.
I love it though. I love chatting with you. So
Thank you.
It's awesome.
Yeah. But for the people... I know your story. I'm lucky enough to know it. For the people, let's break it down.
Okay.
Where you from? How you got into this? How you got into music? Why you like it? Go.
Okay, so music has always been like the center of my life. Like literally since I was in creche, I started dancing. So from dancing, like obviously like it was just modern hip hop. I did a whole bunch of different things. I'm also someone that likes trying everything. So I've always been super creative growing up. I never pictured myself to be in an office job. I was just like all over the place, hyper little kid that I literally remember this one girl telling me like, she was like, what did she say to me the one day? She was like, I don't want to play with you anymore. You're too hyper. And I was like, nah, this flipping girl. And I was so sad. And I cried about it. I literally cried about it. And I remember it to this day. And I was probably like 5 years old, bro.
Do you have like a bracket on your energy now that you're conscious of and you're like, wait, I don't want to seem too hyper? Did it cause that for you?
No, because I feel like I'm more calmer nowadays just because I'm tired all the time. I go to bed like really late and then like beat myself up about it. Like right now I'm super chilled. Like this is chilled for me still.
Okay.
But I feel like when I'm out or being social and things like that, I never drink, like hardly drink. But if I have like a cider or something like that, then I start becoming more talkative and my personality is just out there all of a sudden. I start like becoming more talkative. Okay. But I'd say throughout the day, I'm pretty reserved and things like that. I think it takes certain friends to bring it out of me nowadays. But back to your actual question.
Yeah, well done. Dude, we are going to ace this conversation today.
I tried reverting quick sticks,
there
bro.
We go.
So yeah, it was always a thing in my life. And then when I was in primary school and actually younger than that, like I would say like 5 years old or whatever, then I was doing SingStar on PlayStation. I was always singing for my family, entertaining my family. You know what I'm saying? I used to put together those little shows that you put together with your cousins in the room.
Dude,
like,
SingStar?
The best.
Okay.
Can we battle one day? Let's actually battle.
100%.
Let's do it. Okay.
Did you have a go-to song?
Yes.
What was yours?
This Love by Maroon 5. Yours?
Fergalicious.
You're lying.
Yeah,
are you actually serious?
No, dead serious. Anything that was Fergie or anything that was Black Eyed Peas. One of the
we
first
have to battle.
albums.
We have to battle.
We have to do it. We have to. Remember, wait.
It's so funny, dude. What the hell?
It did bring up lines and you had to raise or lower your voice. I don't know what the correct terminology is on that, like the tempo of your voice.
I think it's
like,
the key.
Yes, that vibe.
The pitch.
There we go.
Yeah.
To hit those lines.
Yes.
And you have to stay green.
Yeah.
And then if you go off it, whatever. So if I have to sing Fergie,
you'll stay green the whole way.
Really high.
Okay.
Yeah. But we can do it.
Okay. I'm keen to definitely try
12
that.
anymore, so it might be a little bit more difficult.
No,
but I'll take you
listen,
on. I'll give you a go.
I don't like losing. So I'm just going to let you know now you probably are going to lose.
I would hope I lose.
Yeah.
Because if I beat you at this...
That would be embarrassing for me. That would be hella embarrassing.
100%.
Oh, damn. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
we'll do it.
Okay.
So that's where
actually, we say this now. We're never going to have the time to ever do it, actually. You know.
No, we will. Wait,
okay.
Do you have, what is it? It was called SingStar.
I've got it, yes. I just don't have the mics for it. So I've got the PS2. I've got the... No, you can't.
Surely do these plug into a PlayStation?
No, I don't think so. Oh, we've got it.
There we go. We got mics.
Okay, cool. Games night. We on.
I am so down to do this. Okay, but we'll go like best of 3.
Okay, fair.
Yeah. So
basically it's one song we know, one song we each know. Okay, we do your Fergalicious, we do my This Love, and then the third one someone else picks and we have to just freestyle.
A random Hail Mary.
Yes.
They can pick the third song.
I like that.
Okay, deal. Okay, I'm with you. Sorry, back to your story again, getting into music.
So I loved SingStar, I loved performing for my family. Primary school came, there was this talent show, whatever. I was supposed to do it with my best friend. And then she got a bit nervous. She didn't want to I think, she like actually like had a whole meltdown. She cried a little and all this kind of stuff. She just wasn't wanting to do it. And I was like, hell no, am I doing it by myself? And it was a High School Musical song that we were supposed to do. Yes. Damn. I was also really, me too, dude. I was so nervous though as well. So we ended up pulling out of the thing. And then it was actually meant to be at one of those, like one of those big school market days type things. So they had a stage set up. And on that day when I was watching everyone else perform, I was so jealous. I was just like, ugh. Why didn't I just do it? Like, I would have been nervous, but I should have just done it. So anyways, then I got to high school and I auditioned for one of the school shows, but I've always like struggled believing in myself. Even like now to this day, I'm just like, I know I can sing, but like as soon as it gets to the day that I need to do it or whatever, it's like something in my head. It's like, oh, you're actually so ass. Like you suck. And then when it got to the audition, I was so nervous, like in front of, it was a hall filled with people. And I was in grade 8, my first time singing in front of like matrics and all this kind of stuff. Like I wasn't used to it. And then I got there in front of the drama teacher and then I started singing and then I just burst into tears. I was like, I can't do this. Like
on stage.
Like, so it's like do you call it an auditorium? Is that what you call it? Yeah. So it's like all the seats and then it's like, it wasn't actually like a raised stage or anything, but like everyone was like seated around. And then I was just like, I can't do this. Like I suck. And then she was like, no, come here. And then she was encouraging me and all this stuff. And then I landed up singing it. And then, then I got the role. And then ever since, dude, honestly, I was in shock myself. I was like, how the shit did I actually pull this off?
Or you could just present the crying as a part of the act. And then when you're done singing, you go, and scene. Thank you. That's my interpretation of a singer that doesn't want to sing. Yeah. Boom.
No, I was never that person. Like it was real crocodile tears. Okay. No, actually not crocodile tears because crocodile tears are fake tears, right?
Why is it called crocodile tears?
I don't know. Because crocodiles don't be crying.
I'll Google that while you go.
Yeah. Google. And then from there, I just kept auditioning for all the school shows and pretty much up until matric was like a lead in the school. And then, I realized like this is what I actually want to do. I actually thought about doing theater first, like singing and acting, dancing, all that kind of stuff. And then I was like, nah, I actually want to be my own artist, release my own music. So at the end of matric, I started releasing covers. And then I didn't expect them to do as well as what they did. And then a few months after school, I linked up with this agency. Damn, I felt like a rapper for a second. I was like, linked up with...
You even had the hand movement going, bro. And I was like, you're about to drop some bars.
Dude, I'm trying to concentrate. That's why I was like, I was like on a roll though. Like, shit, man.
No, you're doing well.
Thank you.
Tell me when the concentration starts to like tear off and we'll just start throwing rapid fire questions about random topics.
Okay, cool.
Got you.
So it just wore off.
So the reason why it's called crocodile tears, the idiom crocodile tears refers to insincere expressions of sadness or remorse stemming from the ancient belief that crocodiles shed tears while attacking and eating their prey.
Oh my gosh, that's
this belief,
a bit crazy.
Widely circulated in various cultures, suggested that crocodiles were feigning sadness to lure prey or to feign remorse for their violent actions.
That is crazy.
But you were getting into theater and singing, and that you wanted to be.
I'm actually proud of you for doing that. It's like, well done.
Thank you.
I didn't expect that from you. I thought you were gonna go there, and then you came. I'm proud of you for that.
I'm with you. So, we are killing this today.
I know, dude.
Very proud of us.
Oh, we're still gonna be at the end of this. Is gonna be like 2 hours long for sure.
Yes.
So I linked up with this agency after high school, a few months after, and released my first song, "Chasing," with them. It was about basically like chasing your dreams, the whole cliche thingamabob.
Yep.
And then it actually ended up doing really well. And I got loads of support from like the local peeps and radio. It just actually went crazy on radio. It was charting on like 2 different radio stations.
Sick.
I was getting crazy interviews and stuff like that. And then, I've just been carrying it on since then. I've been loving it. It's been a long journey. I think this is my 6th year in the industry now. So nice.
Cheers.
I so badly want to do the same, but I'm scared I burp. But I'll go like this.
Or just crack it and then
taste
it, and then I'll drink both if you want.
You hear that?
That was perfect.
I'm scared. Ooh. Should I do ASMR?
Yeah. That was gangster.
I hope that.
Dude, I'm the biggest fan of ASMR, by the
Really?
way. 100%.
Cheers.
Cheers. ASMR.
This is actually delicious. I had that flavor last time, right?
I think so.
I
Blue
like
raspberry.
This one. This peach one. Wow.
There's a P in raspberry like the G in lasagna. I just realized that.
What is there?
Raspberry.
Raspberry.
You don't say
Yeah, that's
raspberry.
so true. I'm gonna start saying that just to piss off people.
Raspberry. Yeah, lasagna. That's the way to do it. Also, I brought this as well. Let's actually try and shout out to
Trying check
sponsors.
out. So what actually is it?
Super mushrooms.
Okay.
So they've got a range of different sprays.
Not the drug mushroom.
No.
Okay,
not the
drug. I'm just
hallucinogenic.
asking.
Very, very good question because that question comes up a lot.
Okay.
And then I'm like, hey guys, I use it every morning before gym, throughout the day for
Yeah.
health, and then
People-
before I sleep. And
They
people are
probably
like,
think it's like microdosing.
yeah, people are like,
situations.
you're hallucinating
Yeah.
a lot. Yeah.
funny.
No, it's dope. So I've literally ran through Super Focus, obviously because of ADHD. I
Okay.
literally have to live and breathe and exist on that thing. And then I brought you Super Athlete as well.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Must I spray it?
Go for it. You're more than welcome. I'm going to do a couple sprays.
How many things must I do?
I don't know. Usually, you
Has
know,
has it got a flavor?
it's going to taste like cacao.
No.
Yeah,
What do you
yeah.
mean it's going to taste like
Yeah, I'll show
cacao? A cow or cacao?
A cow?
Dude, what do you mean it tastes like a cow? How do you know what a cow tastes like? Like
Beef.
Oh.
No, but
What?
it doesn't taste like beef. I'm just saying a cow would technically taste like beef.
I'm so confused. I'm just
But
going to spray
this,
this thing.
it tastes like cacao.
I'm so nervous. Oh, it tastes like cacao.
Am I saying that right? It is cacao.
Dude,
right?
I'm so confused. Does it taste like a cow or cacao?
Cacao.
Okay, cool. I didn't get that.
Like
Yeah.
earthy cacao.
Okay, so how many sprays?
I don't know. I go for like 8.
I'm so nervous.
But
Okay.
my focus always needs more focus. So
I'm so nervous right now.
it might be an empty bottle.
Oh, I sprayed it on the side of my mouth.
There you go.
Cacao. What is cacao? Is it cocoa?
Cocoa. Like dark chocolate.
It's earthy.
It's very earthy. But it's because it's mushrooms.
But you know what? We love
It's got
that
like
it's mushrooms.
lion's mane and cordyceps and a whole bunch
Is
of
this
different
going to
stuff.
give me
in.
energy?
No.
Okay. Super athlete. What is it supposed to do? Do these two taste the same?
No.
Okay, cool.
Well, maybe because I use it every day, I can tell that it doesn't.
My brain doesn't switch off though.
Yes.
That's why I go to bed so late. Dude, can I ask you something?
Of course.
You know, like I read up on this because I asked, why do I sometimes force myself to stay up later? And it's apparently got to do with ADD. Like it's got to do with like that fear of missing out thing. Like you basically feel like
There's more to be
there's
done.
more to your day, basically. Like you don't want to miss out
I
on
get
more of the
that.
day. Like I was like, that actually makes so much sense. Like I feel like it's a waste, not a waste of time. Like I can't explain it. It's like, okay, if I work
think I can
until
actually help you on
5,
this.
right?
Yeah.
And then like I've got something after that. And when I'm chilling in bed and stuff, I'm like, yo, I actually haven't had a lot of time to chill. I should actually just chill for longer instead of going to sleep. But like,
Okay.
I don't, you get what I mean? But not chill, like watch series, like. Do you
I
get what
am with
mean?
you because I do the same thing.
Okay.
But I'm saying creatively, the evening is better. Because
That's what I'm saying,
yeah, there's less distractions. Everyone's either asleep or it's dark outside. There's
Yes,
less for me to do.
I feel like we spoke about that also last time, actually.
Yeah, probably.
I agree with that, but I feel like nowadays because I work earlier, early.
Well, you're rocking a day job and a career right now.
But
so.
that's what I'm trying to say. Like when Ariana and I get into studio and stuff like that, it's like we do like 2-3 hours max, maybe 4 hours. But like the thing is, if I had started my day later, I'd prefer to work in the evening. Sorry. Ooh,
Go for it.
it's
Okay.
a burpellini. Wow.
We're almost
But
there.
I'm gonna get cancelled
Will
if I
you
burp
go-
loud though. Like it's
You think you're going to
not
get
a thing for
cancelled?
girls. Like we can't
Do
do
you
that.
fear being cancelled?
I don't fear,
There
but
we
I
go.
just don't feel like it.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's just so inconvenient. Like
Oh, that's the best explanation of being cancelled. I just don't feel like the cuck, okay?
Like honestly, I don't actually care for it, but I just
Yeah.
it's just such a loss, man. You know what I'm
I
saying?
love that answer.
Yeah.
That's a perfect answer. Wait, so you were saying going into studio 2, 3, 4 hours at a time.
Oh yeah.
I have a question on this, right?
Okay, go ahead.
Because I was explaining to you earlier how I've always liked writing
Yes.
lyrics and stuff, right? How do you take something like that kind of process,
Yeah.
and then wrap it up in a pretty bow of like, we're going to sit in the studio for 2 hours? What if it doesn't come to you in those 2
No,
hours?
it sometimes doesn't though. So this is what I was trying to. I speak to Ariana often about it. Like the thing is, so she's like, she'll sit there and she'll be like, okay, give me something that I can work off of. I'm like, bro, I've literally got nothing right now. Like if I tell you there's nothing going on in my brain right now, there's nothing. So you need to pull out some things and start doing some things because
Like
I need to get
throwing things at you, right?
Yeah, she sometimes throws ideas or like plays something, and then that's how it normally should work with a producer. It should you should bounce off of each other. But sometimes there is a session where you just you can't force creativity. So there will sometimes be a session where just nothing comes from it. Or if something does, it's not like your best work and then when that happens, and it's normally like, I don't know, you do exactly what you said. Listen to music to get inspiration. Do something else, distract yourself. My thing, like when I'm in studio with her, she's always like, get off your phone. But like actually distracting my brain like that, doing something else, then I go back and I start writing more. Like I need like breaks in between to like get my mind going again, because I feel like my mind's all over the place. I find it very difficult to concentrate, and like being in one space especially. So like for my song Narc Boy, for example, I think we finished that like maybe over 3 sessions, if I'm not mistaken. So the first one was like the verse, and then the chorus. Second one was like second verse. And then the third one, we were struggling with the bridge. So I was like, nah, honestly, like we need to get the song done.
Is that a usual struggle in terms of bridge being like what you do with the bridge?
Kind of, but I feel like, that is normally the thing that's the most, would you say, hey? It depends on the song, actually. I think it would depend on the song. But so for Narc Boy, I basically, before the session happened, I went to the beach and I was like, okay, I'm going to sit here for a bit by myself. And then, I think just putting your mind at like a calm state, or just distracting yourself, doing something that you enjoy besides for like, the music or whatever, just sort of pulls that creativity out of you. For me, it works. So I sat there, and then all of a sudden stuff started coming to me. I was like, ideas started coming to me. So I started recording it, and then went into the studio that day, and we finished the song.
That's sick.
So it's not that every session is going to be successful. You're not going to get a banger out of every session, but it's important to just keep moving, keep going, and I think just keep putting down ideas, even if they seem bad. You'll eventually get to the point where like something great will come out of it. Like, I don't know if you've been keeping up with Justin Bieber nowadays.
I have. It's actually quite a sad thing that no one will give that oak a bit of a break.
It's very sad, very sad. But like he was posting like music stuff, man, and it didn't sound great. Like it sounded like weird. But I feel like that's the whole process. I feel like he's trying to make people think like he's gonna release something like that, but he's actually not. It's just like he's just singing random things over a melody, like over an instrumental, and then that is gonna lead to something greater. It's just important to like, and I struggle with that sometimes. I'm like, if I don't have a good idea, I do not want to do it. And then Ariana's like, nah, just record what you have on the mic. Just if it's bad, we can always just like sort of change the lyrics or redo it, but just do whatever you have now and we can tweak it just so we have something to build off of. But I feel like I'm hard on myself in that sense, and also insecure. Like if you don't feel like your idea is there yet, it's almost like you don't want to share it just yet. I feel like that. I don't know if anyone else feels like that. But do you think
sometimes like sharing an idea helps to develop the idea further, or do you think it makes it worse in terms of your struggle with like, not being confident enough in yourself? Maybe the feedback does the opposite, right? Of like actually breaking the idea down. Yeah,
I think what you first said, it's like sharing the idea is probably better, even though like music is subjective at the end of the day. I mean, like I might say something and then the person I'm working with, the producer or whatever, might not like what I've done, and they might have this, and I might be like, but I don't like that. So it's just like you have to always, I feel like, find a common ground, and also getting outside opinions is also a really good idea as well. Like people that haven't been in the studio with you the whole time, that aren't listening to the same thing over and over. It's always good to like have fresh ears. So we'll ask like my family members to come in and like listen, and then they'll give their inputs and stuff like that. So That's how it's been going pretty much.
Who are you following musically at the moment that is inspiring you? Like you were saying, like sitting on your phone, scrolling. Like what brings that forward for you?
I think definitely Billie Eilish. I always put her at the top, but Charlie XCX as well. I think I always Dua Lipa, have little hints of Dua Lipa. I know a lot of people actually say that. And
what's the
Tate McRae also. Tate McRae.
Oh wait, she keeps coming up on my YouTube.
Yeah.
She dances as well.
Yeah, she's insane.
On my YouTube. Not in any weird way.
Yeah,
She just keeps coming up there because it's relevant. Yes, thank you so much. This is why
Has she done a song with MGK?
No. It's Julia. Do you know Julia Wolf?
Sounds so familiar.
We want to thank you guys for watching this far. We also want to thank Super Mushrooms for keeping me focused for every episode of Storytime.
Have you seen that I don't know if it's Japanese or something where it's like nails and then you have to stand on them. Have you seen that thing? Where you like stand and people do it every day and then they take their foot off and their foot has like a whole bunch of little like holes in it. Have
I know
you
the
seen
thing
that?
in Thailand where you put your foot in the puddle and then all the fish eat your feet.
Oh, I went to Thailand and I refuse to do that because there's
did it.
no ways. No. Josh, why would you do it?
I know.
They don't clean the tanks, bro. Think about this. The fish are eating someone else's dead skin and then going to yours.
100%. Apparently, it's also very cruel on the fish.
Really? I thought they were enjoying
It got banned. Didn't it get banned? It's been stopped.
Since
I
when?
did not know that before I did it, so apologies
Since
to everyone
when?
out to animal anti-cruelty. I don't know, a couple of years ago, I think.
No, they're still doing it. I went in
Are
October.
they still rocking it?
Still rocking it at the markets for sure.
Damn, what I can tell you though is it works because I did it.
And your feet were smooth.
Dude, I couldn't walk on my feet for the rest of my Thailand visit.
Why?
Like wearing flip-flops or shoes or socks or even going barefoot in sand was the most painful experience because there's no skin left on your feet, like hard skin.
They exfoliated it that much.
Yeah. And then I got a Thai massage where she like...
Oh my gosh, dude. Bent you like a pretzel.
Yes.
Oh my God. No,
it's
so
the only time I've ever
traumatizing.
seen my own back.
Me too.
It was trippy.
She was clicking me. She clicked my wrists. I didn't know my wrists could click.
Did she pull your
Pulled
toes?
my toes. I
Yeah,
was like, my grandmother used to do this to me, like when I was naughty when I was
Yeah.
younger, and she started pulling them. I was like, shit,
Yeah.
man. And then even my fingers, and I hate when my fingers are clicking, and I didn't know
Jess
how
hates
to
it as
say
well.
no.
I have to click my fingers all the time.
No, I hate it.
I love clicking my
And
fingers.
oh my gosh. And then all of a sudden she was on top of me. And also then I was like naked. And then she was like holding
Yeah.
me back like this. And I was like this. Like
Oh,
Rose
they
on the
hold your arms
Titanic.
and they put their knee
Yes,
in your back.
yes.
Yeah.
Dude, you know
Look,
what the craziest
it
part
works.
is? I don't know if it works so much. I was sore for the next few days. But my parents pranked me. So they went in first for their massage and they came out, they were like, you're going to love it. It was amazing.
Calming.
Yeah, it was so, like, I was like, okay, cool, like, awesome. My parents are like, okay, go hard on her, okay, go hard on her. I was like, no, please, the easy one, the easy
Yeah.
one. I also just thought it was a like pressure, like, normal massage. I get in there. I did not expect, when I came out, they were dying of laughter. Like,
But
it was,
you also walk out floating
yeah.
because your whole body is like tingling after
Yeah.
being...
And my shoulders, oh my
Folded in
gosh.
half.
No, you know what? It actually, I feel like I felt better on the day than like compared to like the next day and the few days afterwards. I feel like I was clicked in so many places. I didn't even know I could be clicked.
I'd do it again.
Really?
Yeah.
I
I like
can't.
that kind of shit. It's like going for...
Okay.
Yeah. Like, have you ever done like a pressure point massage when they got to like release certain pressure points? That is the most painful
needles?
experience. I guess dry needling does that too, I think. I just don't like needles, so dry
Scared
needling
of
freaks
needles,
me out.
yeah.
It's my biggest fear, dude.
Mine too.
Like surgery, numero uno.
Dude, when I
Very
go to
scared of
the
surgery.
doctor, we actually have so much in common. Like, it's actually crazy. When I go to the doctor,
We're both musicians, look at that.
I know,
Yeah.
rapper. Yes,
No.
When I go to the doctor, I start crying if I have to get a needle in me. Like, I start panicking.
Are you that bad?
I'm that bad, bro. I look at them, I'm like, no, and I start holding my arm. And then I'm like, no. So even for like the, I'm not saying this on,
Yeah.
okay, the Discovery Health assessments, like my parents forced me to go and do it because
Gotta do it 'cause you get
the
points.
points. Oh, Anyway, so I went and did it, and you know that finger prick thing? I can't even do that. I was like, no, and I like pull away from them like this. And the
I
lady had
get
to
you on
hold
the
me
finger,
down.
the finger prick thing.
Oh my
Just
gosh.
do it when I'm like, don't tell me you're gonna do it. Just
Dude,
prick my finger.
I literally have to look away. Like the lady had to hold my hand down. She was getting irritated with me. Like honestly, no, I get so bad. So I had to go for how do you say it? Gastroscopy, because I have.
What is that?
When they put the pipe down into your stomach.
Did you have to do that?
Yes.
When they pump your stomach?
No. They didn't pump it. They just put the camera down with the pipe, and I was out like this.
I was about to say, are you awake? Because that would be
No,
the weirdest
dude.
experience.
No, but it was honestly so. I have very very bad stomach acid problems. So
It's from like anxiety and stuff, or like
I think
dietary?
it is anxiety, but it probably is dietary as well. But I take tablets for it to keep it at bay.
Oh, damn.
So when they went in, the reason why I wanted to get it checked out because I was afraid that it was affecting my vocals. Because there was a stage like I wasn't on the tablets yet, and I was taking them, but the dosage wasn't high enough for me, and I was feeling like when I was singing, my voice was getting hoarse very, very quickly, and I was struggling to hit the high notes and stuff like that. So I was like, nah, if this thing is affecting my vocal, I need to go now. So I asked him if he can check out my vocals while he's there, whatever. And everything came out clear. Like, so it's apparently called something like NERD, which is like non-erosive.
Nerd.
Yeah, nerd, literally.
Dope.
It's non-erosive. So basically the acid affects me, but it's not causing any damage yet. So
Okay.
GERD is the actual one that causes the
GERD.
GERD.
Okay. You want nerd.
Yeah.
You don't want GERD.
You don't want any because it still sucks. But yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, so I went in for that, and then they had to put the needle, I think, to for the, what do you call it, anesthetic or
The anesthesia.
anesthesia. Yeah. Sorry, my English. I'm running
with
out
you.
of English bundles.
It's because you speak 7 languages, so sometimes they get confused. I get it. don't
Which
worry.
7
No,
languages?
you just keep going. After I
Okay,
say
okay,
that, then people
okay.
are like, holy shit, you
Yeah,
speak 7
I do.
languages. I got you. There you go.
I do.
Yeah.
So,
Bonjour.
so then this lady comes and she asks me, I'm like, no, I'm like, please don't put in the needle. I was like, please knock me out first. I don't want to be awake for this. Literally dead ass crying. They trying to calm me down. I'm like, like that. Like, you know, that sad crying, dude, like where you just like, yo, honestly. And then the doctor came to me. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm a singer and I also like fix laptops.
And I also fix laptops.
Yeah, I was like, and I literally was like, I'm so sorry for doing this. And he's like, no, it's all good. And then afterwards, he actually sent me, after the whole experience, I came out and all this kind of stuff. And then afterwards, he's like, you did so well, all this kind of stuff. And then, I don't know why I keep saying all this kind of stuff. That's so funny.
Because there's lots of stuff. It's
yeah,
fun.
yeah. And then he said to Eva afterwards saying like, oh, I listened to your music. I've heard it on the radio, all this kind of stuff. So no, it was actually a really cool experience. But yeah, besides for the needle thing, I hate needles, dude.
Yeah.
I would rather do the last resort. I don't know. I'll do any resort other than have a needle.
I wish there was another option. Like, a friend of mine had a heart attack.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he had an attack of Subo,
What is that?
which is, it's technically heart attack by heartbreak, right? So I'm not going to say who it was, but
Oh
it's a
my
very good friend of
gosh.
mine. Yeah. And I'm going to butcher this, but there's a nerve that wraps around the heart,
Yes.
and that basically stops firing or something in actual heartbreak, taking the actual terminology, and that the
my
nerve
gosh.
breaks something and that the heart stops or whatever, right?
Cause from like sadness or
Yeah. So it's what couples get when like the wife passes and then very
Yes,
shortly
they
after the
pass,
husband
yeah.
passes, right? And my mate's very young and had this happen. Drove
Jeepers.
himself to the hospital. First pulled over to get like an energy
While he
and
was
like,
having a
"Wow,
heart
I don't
attack."
just being like, I don't feel good. Got to the hospital and they were like, hey dude, you're like mid heart attack right now. Like we need to get this checked.
yeah.
They had to put it's a stint or a stent. Stent? Of course, it's the one I didn't say. They had to put a stent into his arm and lead it through an artery to his heart.
Dude.
And if you lead it through and hit a nerve, your arm flops all over and I was like, nope, peace, I'm done.
Did he do it?
Yeah, he had to do it because they had to get to the heart.
And
they
they
had to go
didn't hit
through
a
his
nerve?
arm. No, they did. His arm would flop.
Oh, flo. Yo, that's
Let's
a
talk about
horrible
music
story.
again.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, we got real sidetracked there.
We did,
We were doing
eh?
so well, dude.
We were doing very well.
I'm pretty sure we spoke about this the last time I was here. I think you were asking me like what my goals were and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. And then I said I would want to tour, do more shows like outside of actually Cape Town. And I'm doing my first Pretoria and Joburg show next week. Yay! I'm so excited. Woohoo!
I really hope we get it right to be there at the same time and actually come watch.
That would be so cool, dude. We'll send you the tickets and whatnot. So
No.
we got to make
support and everything, but we get there the
You don't need to stress.
Wednesday?
We did Thursday, so
Thursday night.
no, morning.
Is there anything that you're currently working on that you're excited about releasing, or anything that you've recently released that you're like, that was fire to make?
We're actually working on something very different right now. Yeah, it's very different. I feel like that's I don't know how to explain it. I don't even know what genre it is, to be honest with you.
Oh, but that's great.
No, it's pop for sure, but like I feel like it's got that weird like Charlie XCX element to it. Like you don't know what's gonna happen next type thing. It's very strange. But I think I'm excited about working on that one just because it's so like cool. It's like a head bopper. You're just like,
Sick.
so yeah, I'm excited about that. But I need to focus. Like I've got my goals. I need to focus on what I actually want to sort of work, like not work on, but like, do I want to do an EP? Do I not? Type thing. So I got to like actually wrap my head around things and decide if I'm just going to keep releasing singles this year or actually do like a small album or something like that.
What would the difference be for you?
I think it's easier to like, the thing is with singles, it's easier to market, whereas like where it's a whole project, it feels like it's so much more goes into it. And there's obviously a whole bunch of different songs and yeah, it's just a lot more work. And then it's also the struggle of getting people to listen to all the songs. Whereas with the single, it's just like you're just promoting one song the whole time for people to listen to.
You know MGK?
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
And his like genre change. And I had to ask you the question of like, does that interest you? That kind of thing. I know right now you're happy where you are, but now you say like working on a project that's different.
Yeah, I feel like I'm always gonna be switching it up, to be honest with you. Like it'll all be in the pop realm. It's not gonna change from there. And it'll have some rock elements, you know, some guitars here and there. But it's always the thing is you can say you're going to stick to a sound, right? But all your music can't sound the same. So as long as you, I think, stick in like the same realm where you're using like, if you're doing like an album with a lot of synths on it, like for example, The Weeknd, like you can hear that all of those songs is cohesive the right word?
Yeah,
like they all make sense together.
Okay.
So I think as long as like everything like sort of makes sense and doesn't sound like it's too out of place or too different for me, then we're chilling. Like the song that I'm working on, I would say like has like hints of like Kiss Me Hard vibes and like One Taste vibes. Hey, like you'd say like, but obviously you can't have the same sounding song, so it'll have different vibes as well. So that's pretty much what I mean by like changing. Yeah, but I feel like it's important to, when someone hears a song, they need to be like, oh, that's that person. That's Anica. Oh, that's Anica Kiana, that song.
The Weeknd was a great reference for that.
Yes, exactly.
Every time you hear him, you're like,
you know
is
it's The Weeknd.
Yeah.
So I think that's important, that people actually know that when they listen to something, they're like, oh, that's her. And that's what I want. Like I want people to hear a song of mine and be like, oh yeah, that's Anica. You can hear it. Yeah.
Do you feel you finding that at the moment? Like, do you have an idea of what you think that will be?
Definitely, I think as I'm enjoying a lot of guitar, synthy sounds at the moment. So I think I'll be sticking to that for a while.
Okay.
I feel like that's also what's in right now, like with global artists in general. That's like the in thing for pop at the moment. So I think it's important to explore something different, to also be different to everyone else, but also to be in with the trends kind of in a way, because like it's what
balance.
Everyone else, it's what everyone's listening to, what everyone's loving. So yeah, it's difficult balance, but you have to try, and you can only try, as they say.
Because that's what I was like. I mean, I've been a huge fan of MGK for years now.
Shame. So many people hate on him though, hey?
That man gets so much hate.
For real. Have you heard that new song of his on TikTok?
Cliche.
Yes, he's doing the dance or whatever. But no one understands that the reason he's doing that dance is because
of TikTok.
but also because the song is cliche. Like apparently he's singing about like he's
Being cliche.
Yes, and he's making fun of like those boy bands that all dress the same and dance in sync and things like that. Yeah, shame.
I just think like the more successful you become, the more people you know, so the more professional, high-end opinion and skill you can be given, right? So, you know, like him working with Travis to make Mainstream Sellout and Tickets to My Downfall was the two albums that were like more sort of rock kind of based. Like that's a phenomenal opportunity to make those albums with someone like that. Then you go make a pop album and you've got someone from that space coming in to make this with you. Like it's hard for me to wrap my head around why people wouldn't want to do that. You know, like as a creative,
why they wouldn't want to try something
right? And you hit like 2 Billboard #1s. It's like, let's have fun. Let's do something different. You know, like, so yeah, look, I think that cliche song is hella catchy. I was not expecting pop.
Yeah.
But I like that he upsets people. I think that must be, it has to be challenging.
But it, you know what? It actually just depends on the person. Because I mean, like Justin Bieber, for example. Sorry, I'm going to use him again. But for example, every single album of his sounds different. I mean, he even has like an R&B sounding album. What is it called? Journals. Is it Journals? The one with the purple thingy. Yeah. So, I mean, even he tried something different, but I mean, he got hate for it, but it just shows you, it doesn't matter who you are, you're still going to get the hate. You're still going to get people that aren't going to like your music or aren't going to like what you're doing, and you just got to brush it off. Everyone has so many different opinions, but if you had to put them on the spot, they could not do the same thing.
Between now and the first time we recorded, what for you personally feels fundamentally different between then and now?
Maybe in a more positive space. I feel like I was hitting a lot of walls. I mean, just with like the Joburg and Pretoria thing already. I mean, we've been trying for months just to be able to get me to play like somewhere other than Cape Town. And already Cape Town's a struggle to get gigs and things. And I just feel like it feels like things are actually starting to move, you know, things are actually getting somewhere now. And obviously you have your days like, oh dude, there's some days where I literally like, well, weeks or months, whatever, if nothing's happening, then I literally feel like a complete failure. You forget about all the amazing small wins that you've achieved, like, and you just focus on like all the negatives, like when things aren't going right. And I feel like now I've been on such a high that I just haven't, I wouldn't say I haven't really had the chance to focus on the negatives, but like I feel like I'm in a good place right now in my career. I feel like it's going somewhere, and I hope that it just keeps going. I just really hope so. I mean, it feels like it's been like a push for so many years. Like I feel like I'm finally starting to get somewhere. That's why I'm so excited for the Joburg shows. It feels like I'm going to a different country, like to perform. Like I'm nervous, you know, because it's a new set of people, different faces that I haven't seen before. They get to see me for the first time, and hopefully it's just going to be a thing where I can go back and see the same people and build a fan base there and stuff like that. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah.
So
Do you think along the way there's ever a point that you hit where you go like, oh, it will just keep rolling without me having to worry about it? Because I ask myself the same thing, and I don't see that happening. No, you have to constantly work at it. And like I feel like the unfortunate thing nowadays is like social media. Like you can't just have talent nowadays. It's like you have to have the social media behind you. You have to keep constantly posting, being in everyone's faces, because social media is the way. And to be honest with you, if social media, like social media gives me anxiety. Like I don't like enjoy having to post all the time, or the stress of having to post all the time. It's exhausting.
Like the validation, like, and also like that craving of validation. Like if I don't post something for a while and I haven't heard people like say like, oh, this is so sick, or oh, like you sound great and all that stuff, I start like doubting myself again. It's like a constant cycle. I'm just like, no, like I haven't heard people say how amazing this is, or how great I sound, or how great I am, whatever, I know it sounds like ridiculous, but like that validation almost gives you like a boost in a way. and it shouldn't. Like, you should be able to, like, I should be able to believe in myself and have the confidence in myself, but it's something I've always struggled with. And I think that's why I've always remained so humble, like in a good way, but also like I've never ever thought that I was better than anyone else. Ever. I could literally, if I go to America right now and blow up, I'm still gonna be the same person. Like I can't, it feels to me as if whatever like level I get to, it's never good enough. I need to keep striving and striving for more, which like I don't really take the time to actually sit back and like be proud of myself, which is super important to do. And yeah, I really suck at that, but
Yeah.
it's important to celebrate those small wins sometimes. Yeah.
Well, I don't think there's anyone in pursuit of something creative that's not feeling the same.
So you feel the same as well?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time. I started trying to find creative outlets that are far from what I'm used to.
Okay.
So like maybe for you it would be painting a picture.
Okay.
No one needs to see it. Your career is not dependent on it. Your ego, your talent, your potential, nothing is dependent on this painting that you just painted.
Yeah.
But you made something. And there's a cool relation that happened for me when I did that of like, oh, I can actually just have fun making something.
Exactly.
And that is the process that I can fall in love with, not the result thereof. And that's kind of what I'm trying to like bring back into my life. So I said to my parents at the end of last year, I was like, what I really want to do more is look back at when I was a kid and go like,
Yes.
what did I do as a kid that brought me joy?
Exactly.
So like I used to draw a lot. So I was like, sick. Even if I think I can't draw well,
just
draw,
do it anyways.
right?
Yeah.
Because for some reason, the child of Josh found joy in that,
Happiness,
right?
yeah.
And saw it as an outlet. Because the 5-6-year-old Josh didn't know what acting and film and didn't know what that shit was, you know?
Yeah.
Just wanted to make something. And it's finding that again. So I don't know if that kind of thing helps everyone that's
No, I love
creative,
that.
but I find a lot of peace in that, knowing that like I can still
Definitely.
find it.
Yes.
I can still
for sure.
find that feeling of, oh, this was just fun to do.
So
you know?
I actually started literally yesterday, started dancing again.
Sick.
So I'm not trying to like do it professionally or anything like that, but just so like I can get like, you know, nice movements on stage and not be so like stiff basically, just to loosen up a bit. But I had so much fun. So when you were saying now, like exactly what you were saying, it was so much fun to just do it and to do something other than singing. And yeah, it was so much fun. I really, really enjoyed myself.
Yeah,
So what
yeah.
you're saying now makes so much sense. And it's something that I used to love when I was a kid as well. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Thank you for being here. You're welcome.
What
There's
was in
nothing
you?
in there.
Oh, no, I just wanted to see.
No, I had coffee in here.
I just wanted to see like what was in there. I hate coffee, bro. Sorry, that's one thing we don't have in common. I don't know how you do that. Doesn't it make your anxiety worse?
You don't like coffee?
Hate coffee, dude.
What do you drink in the morning?
Nothing. Water. How do you drink coffee?
Do you sound?
I
do you hear
shake
how
on
that
coffee.
sounds insane?
Dude, if I
So
drink
you
coffee,
just wake up and that's you for the day.
just wake up and then I'm like tired like this the whole day, bro. Like
See,
literally.
well, solution found.
Cannot stand the aftertaste. Cannot stand the way it makes me feel. It makes my heart pound. Then I'm like,
It's called caffeine.
feeling jittery.
That's caffeine.
Yeah, I know, bro.
That's the buzz of caffeine.
No, I don't
I have
like
2
it.
coffees in the morning and then I'm pretty set till like before gym.
Does it
in the
not
evening.
spike your anxiety though?
Sometimes, if I have like too much, sometimes it can, but very seldomly.
And also, doesn't it make you like 10 times more talkative? I feel like caffeine just makes me like. Blah, 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 blah.
Drinking a Nox hydrate feels like
Is there no one else? Give it up for still now. Alle vet nu vad hon vet. Drinkers du klassik.
let's get back to the show.
Sometimes I like self-reflect
Okay.
and I go, I think I'm going to be the quiet, mysterious guy. And then I last like an hour and a half and I'm like, that was a
I have tried
terrible
that with
hour
my
and a
friends.
half.
Also, I've done it like probably in high school, like for attention or something to see if anyone noticed.
Yeah.
And then just like no one cares. And then
No.
and you just
You're
like,
like, this is empty.
yeah, literally.
Yeah. It's why like I love
And then it
finding,
feels like so awkward to like start talking again because it's just
now
like,
you've been quiet for so long.
exactly. Yeah.
And also you develop a bit of an like people know you as they know you. And then you're
Exactly.
quiet. Everyone's like, what's wrong?
Exactly.
And you're like, nah, homie, I'm
Nothing's
just trying to do
wrong.
this quiet
I'm
thing.
just being like a chill guy. You know what
I'm trying to be a chill dude.
Yeah.
That's why like I love when I find out about like people that I admire. And then people that I know that have met them and they're like, oh no, they're the most like off the wall, talkative, loud people. And I'm like, fuck yes.
Yeah, we just those
We the
guys,
good
bro.
ones.
We the elite.
I think so.
You know what I'm saying? What do you
I
call that?
think so.
Neurodivergence.
What is that?
Isn't it like people that have like ADHD? And
I thought that was a movie.
yeah, divergent.
Yeah.
But there's a thing called like neurodivergent. Yeah, like ADHD is on that thing. Hey, Ariana, being neurodivergent. Anyways, we dope as hell, bro. We just different to society in general.
Sick. So I can say that I'm neurodivergent from now on.
Literally, don't even say ADD. Just
I'm just going to say that. Yeah.
Neurodivergent.
People be like,
It sounds
wow,
way
you
cooler.
struggle to focus. I'm like, it's because I'm neurodivergent.
exactly. That sounds.
Yeah.
It sounds dope as hell.
I'm thinking on 7 different levels. You see what I'm saying?
You know what? I wouldn't
thinking in
change
7D.
that about myself, though.
What, that you don't think?
No, that I think too much. Like I think about, bro, you're saying something. I'm really thinking about the next thing.
If I say like hippo, what
Okay.
comes to mind for you?
A rhino. I don't know why.
Because they're quite similar.
Okay, maybe.
If I say to you pink shoelaces, what comes to mind for you?
Oh, so you see, the thing is, we were on animals, and I thought of a giraffe before you said pink shoelaces. But when you said the pink shoelaces, I'm thinking of those Blake ones, the shoes that go up until the knee, and I don't know why.
I think of Heelys.
Crazy.
Did you ever have Heelys?
Loved. Dude, don't even get me on the topic of Heelys right now.
We need to bring Heelys back.
My parents gave them away because they were too stinky when I was smaller. And I was so pissed, bro. Came back and I didn't see those things. They were like, nah.
I genuinely thought I was the coolest person.
Honestly, in
my
our
school.
walk, we're just like, with the trolleys, just running.
Yeah, do that little.
Yeah, and then you just... Do you ever like picture like what your last words would be and things and like start
In
prepping?
a cool way, yeah. Like sometimes I'm like, if someone put a gun to my head,
What your
I
last...
think of the coolest thing.
You know what? My toxic trait, and I hope like no like killers watch this obviously, but my toxic trait is thinking that like I could get out of that situation.
You could get out of someone holding a gun to your head.
I just feel like
Who's
I'd be
holding
able,
the gun?
I don't know, just like some robber or something. But I
A
just
grown man.
grown man. I just feel like I could talk my way out of it, like just like manipulate them kind of, or like if I was in a situation like being kidnapped or whatever,
Okay.
I'd make it seem like I always wanted to be kidnapped.
That's quite clever,
Do
actually.
you understand what I'm
If
saying?
you were like, this was my plan all along.
So like, you know, like those, exactly.
I'm not in here with you. You're in here with me, buddy.
I'm probably going to freak out in the car. When I'm saying, don't bother with the ropes. I'll come along with you for the ride and just sit there.
It could work.
And they think, yeah.
So why'd you pick me?
Yeah, literally. So that's my one method. My second method is actually just acting like crazy. Like so that they don't kidnap me.
I
So that's
believe
one
that
or
one.
two. So like just acting like crazy, like
Yeah,
tweaking
you don't
and
like
things.
start foaming at the mouth. and
Literally
like,
spitting and all this
yeah.
kind of stuff. Then they're like going like that, a bit
Yeah.
limping, and then they're just like, no, we don't want this girl. She's a
Yeah.
bit too crazy. So that's the one option, that, and then the other option is pretending. But I think the pretending one would work better, and then finding the perfect escape plan.
Well, I was going to say just pretend to be one of the robbers as well.
So basically become them
Yeah. You got to infiltrate from the inside.
and then escape the mission. If you can't beat them, join them.
Exactly.
That is
So
genius.
just have have a gun or a bat or whatever next to your bed for self-defense.
I'm
But if
picturing
that
this
option's
all
not
in my
gonna be
head
an
right
option,
now. That's
Put
crazy.
a little dookie on,
Yes.
right, over the head, hoodie,
Yes.
and then when they come in the room, you're like, nah, dude, I already checked in here. There's nothing. Let's go look
Then
in the other
turn
room.
around and flip and shoot him.
There you go. See, deception.
Genius.
I think
bro.
that's the way to get out of it. Yeah.
Genius.
Yeah.
I've also given you an idea now, so you can thank me for that.
If you had to like pick an item in your room for self-defense, what would your item be?
Damn. Well, it would need to be the closest thing to me, which would be my lamp. I'd smash the glass over
But
there.
that's plugged in.
I would use the wire to strangle.
So you're
This
going to have
sounds
enough
so
time.
dark. Okay, wait. What could I do? Oh, okay. I've got like this thing. It's not a real Stanley, but it's a Stanley next to my bed. Freaking knock them out. With
There
that
we
thing.
go. There we go.
And also, probably a bullet will deflect off of it
You
to
just
protect me.
hold it in front of your face and hope
Exactly.
he shoots your face. Yeah.
No, not hope he shoots my freaking face.
Yeah, because they're bounce for Stanley.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think shout out to Stanley because they literally made a weapon for women to carry around
It's
disguised as a
actually
little
true, hey?
JoJo tank of water. Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. Jess has one as well. And I'm like, you ever get in trouble? I'm using that. There you go.
Whee.
I'm using that as a weapon.
That is
Yeah.
genius.
Yeah. Use your words as a
What
weapon
would you
too.
use?
I've thought about this a lot. So we actually had this discussion last night. I sleep with like 5 pillows. It's the best.
Why?
I have to hug one.
Okay.
That's one.
That makes sense.
I have to have one in between my legs. That's 2.
You should just get one of those pregnancy pillows.
Do you know why I don't get one of those?
Why?
Because I'm not pregnant, and it freaks me out to say I hug a pregnancy pillow at night. No, that's.
Are
no,
you
no,
dead
no,
serious?
No. There's a line you
You
got
don't
to draw
have
at
to
some
even
point.
call it that though.
No, you got to draw it at some point.
Okay.
Well, okay. Now I walk in the store.
Okay.
You're the store clerk person. Hi, I'm looking for that like really big pillow
Yes.
that you hug.
Yeah.
I need one of those. What's that called?
Pregnancy pillow.
Thank you very much.
No, but you could go in there and you could be like, can I please get a pregnancy pillow for my girlfriend or whatever? Then they'd be like, okay, cool. You don't have to make it seem
I could
like
do
it's
that. I could
weird.
lie. I could lie.
This guy, honestly.
I'll lie. That's fine.
It's-
That could work.
That's the
But
only
my
way.
strategy would be use one of my 5 pillows first.
For the guy.
Yeah, because I'm convinced when adrenaline hits,
You're gonna
if
pillow
I
fight the
grab
guy.
that pillow and I fling it across that room hard enough,
Yeah.
pretty sure I could. You ever been hit in the face with like a feather down pillow?
Yes, it's hard, but it's
That
not
shit
hard enough
turns
to kill
cement. Yeah.
you. Nah, that's crazy.
Something
bro.
between velocity and speed and the air around it solidifies that pillow.
No.
And it turns into just bricks in a pillowcase.
By that time, I'm sorry, Jess, I don't know, this guy, you guys will be dead by then.
Yeah.
This guy's going to throw a pillow to go, pow, pow.
I do also have a knife.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, a knife's still not going to beat a gun.